Hi, church. It's Pastors Jen and Jacob here with today's digital devotion. So happy Friday. We're so excited because this Sunday is our annual Open and Affirming Sunday, and that is a special Sunday. So if you haven't been here for one before, get excited. It's a wonderful celebration of our church being open and affirming, which is a designation by our denomination, which basically says that regardless of who you are, age, ethnic background, sexual orientation, ability or disability, like everyone is welcome in this church. And it goes beyond just saying you can come and worship with us. It actually celebrates the fact that at our church, people of all of those varieties and diversities are welcome in our leadership. They are the core of our ministries at this church. And particularly, we celebrate our Another Voice group on this particular Sunday. So that is our LGBTQIA plus people in the congregation, and we celebrate the fact that our church is a place where they step up into leadership and they help us celebrate God's presence among us. And you know, it's important that we do this every year because a lot of churches in the area are still not open and affirming. They're still not welcoming of the LGBTQ community. They still see it as sinful. They still are unable to interpret scripture in a way that is affirming of God's love for all and in a way that shows Christ's welcome of everyone into God's circle of compassion and grace and love. And so it's important that we keep celebrating this annually to remind ourselves why this church is important, that we're here, that we're doing ministry together, and that we're sharing with the world our important message of who we believe God is and who God calls our church to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say we have to celebrate Open and Affirming Sunday until every single church is open and affirming. Mm-hmm. And sadly, it feels like the American religious landscape is moving backwards right now.
It is right now.
And so that's why it is so essential to mark a Sunday where we specifically say, this is something we celebrate. This is an important core part of our identity.
Right.
That everyone truly is welcome here as part of God's creation. Yeah. And so we will give thanks that God is working and moving and loves the LGBTQ community and everyone who sees themselves as an ally in supporting and lifting up these important people in our lives. And so we can't wait to celebrate that with you.
Yeah. So I think a question that I will pose to you, just for you to ponder as you come to church this Sunday, is when did you know in your heart that God is a loving God for all people, regardless of who they are? Is that something that you have a moment or an experience in your life when you realize that was true? Is that something you're still wrestling with? And if so, even more important for you to be here on Sunday, I would say. So we look forward to celebrating with you on Sunday. We're going to have some special treats after worship to celebrate the rainbow of God's diversity. And we look forward to this very special Sunday.
Yeah, I love that question. I hope someone puts something in the chat.
Yeah,
I know
put it in the chat.
It takes a little extra time, but would love to hear your stories.
Yes. All right, friends, we will see you in worship.
See you then.